Hey guys, welcome back to Girl Talk. We are here at the fabulous Bella Domicile, and as promised, we are speaking with the experts. Now, we've learned about arts and crafts style. Last time we were here, we learned about contemporary styles, and now we're going to learn about traditional kitchen styles, and who better to do that? We have Carly Miller joining us.
Yes.
Thanks for having us once again.
Thanks for being here.
We love being here. Gorgeous setting. There's not a shortage of things to talk about in your showroom, that's for sure.
Good.
And we're going to talk about traditional styles. So we are in a traditional kitchen. What is it that makes this traditional?
Okay, so there's a lot of things in this display that are going to be kind of that traditional style. So one of the big things is the molding detail and on the door. So you have a raised panel here. You have an applied molding that adds that detail. Another thing is even just the corbels or the posts.
Okay.
The hardware. There's a lot of little details.
All the details. Interesting.
Traditional style.
This is a corbel. Is that what you said? I've not heard that term. Interesting. Okay, so all those little details make a difference. And let's talk a little bit about door styling too. We've talked about door styling in the other settings. What is it about the door styling that complements traditional?
Yeah, so back to the detail, right? So the traditional style has a lot of different details.
Okay.
There's just so many different door styles that you can work with in that traditional style. Again, going back to applied moldings, different profiles, different raised panel options. But you don't have to go straight with that. You can also complement it with maybe a door style that is a flat panel on an island or a different space, but it still be traditional.
Okay, interesting. So there are a lot of options within the traditional style, but some of the, yes, there's always so many options. Some of the styling's just a little bit different, and it's hard because there are so many choices. What do you do as a client when you kind of get an idea? Maybe you have a feel for, okay, I really like traditional, but how in the heck am I going to choose between all these options? What do you start doing?
Well, again, you just come in here.
Just come to see you, yes.
No, so choosing something that might inspire you. So maybe this hood is something that really that
Just
sparks
speaks to you, right?
Your style. So that says, you know, okay, you are the traditional style, and so then we can walk through then the molding details, the door styles that would be optional for you. The there's so many different little details that we can show you and kind of walk through if that's something for you, even down to just the hardware.
Right.
There's a lot.
And you have a whole room of like choices and options, and I mean it's just outstanding, everything that we can choose from. But you guys have seen a lot in what works and what works well together, so we can always lean on you as well for that expert advice. And if customers are interested, they come in, they decide that they're going to do something like this, give us some maybe takeaways about this particular, the traditional style that we should maybe be aware of.
Okay, so one of the things is symmetry. So in your traditional style, there's a lot of architectural details. That's kind of where it stems from. It's very formal. So having that symmetrical feel is important in traditional style. So that's one of the takeaways.
Yeah.
Another thing is back to that those moldings and things that we're talking about. So dressing it up. You know, traditional style is very you know, it's decorative. So,
yeah, it's a little more ornate. Absolutely.
And then back to the same thing I keep saying is detail. So looking at the detail outside of even the cabinets, but in patterns and in maybe florals and all that kind of thing when it comes to the furnishings and the rest of the space.
So not only with the details of the actual hardware and the finishes and things, but there's actually a sort of a decorative aspect to the traditional style. All kinds of things to think about when you're when you're doing a remodel, and I kind of want to brag on you for a little bit. You guys have done so many amazing things. We've gotten to see some outstanding before and afters, and just even being here in your showroom is so impressive. We talked about some awards that you have won when we were visiting last time. But you actually recently, Bella Domicile, won Best of House 2015. So what is that all about?
This is an exciting one. Okay, so I don't know if you've heard of House. It's a website or an app, I guess, that might be a little addicting, so be careful. It's all about house stuff. So you're looking at your kitchen, or you're maybe even looking at your exterior ideas, but you can go there and find tons of inspiration. I think it's one of the best tools out there to get started on these kind of projects. But we were one of the people that just won an award for the Best of House 2015. What they do is they have their editors look at our photos and our reviews in order to pick some of the people that are best. And actually that category is less than 3% of the professionals on house, so it's a pretty prestigious award.
That's very exciting. So it has not only to do with the actual projects themselves, but it sounds like some of the feedback, some of the customer feedback of the clients that you've worked with. And I know you have a strong client base of folks who have been just amazed by your work. So this is just a really exciting thing, and a well-deserved award. So congratulations on that. And before we go, I guess give us just a couple more things about traditional style. Any little thing that you want to point out in this kitchen that may be unique that folks can take a look at? Or I know there's some different styling options I wanted to point out before we went too. Now, does this actually pull out?
Yeah, so we might add some of these traditional details and think, wow, is that stealing from the space that I have in the kitchen? Well, in this case, no. We're able to hide a spice rack behind one of these decorative options here, or even in here is another spice rack. The other side is a knife block. So though it's going to take a little bit more space to add some of those details we've been talking about, there's ways to make it functional.
I always love showing off some of the exciting little hidden treasures because it's so, and isn't that fun? We get to kind of see some of the things that you don't even know are there, but just that help customers organize and keep the style that they want. So,
so come in and check it out.
Come check it out. Thank you so much, Carly, our expert over here at Bella Domicile. And if you haven't been, come check out the showroom. It is absolutely fabulous off Nesbitt Road. Thanks so much. Thanks to all of our guests. Thank you for watching, and please join us next time on Girl Talk.